Welcome to the Thomas
and Haley Show by Doing Everything Blind.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the premiere episode of the Thomas and Haley Show with your hosts, me, Haley, as Thomas HB on YouTube, and Thomas from Doing Everything Blind.
Yeah.
And this is an idea that we had a couple years ago, which it wasn't really expanded upon that much, and I just thought, hey, let's give it another shot. So before we dive in to tell you what we're all about, we like to welcome our guest, my lovely and adorable and handsome fiance. Yes, I said it. Chris.
Alexa, clap.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Chris. Great to have you with us, good sir.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Great to have you with us, Chris.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's get it rolling.
I was going to make a joke, but I was like, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to make that. So,
For
yeah.
copyright reasons.
No, it wasn't going to be dirty. It was going to be a joke that I could say relating to a song title, but for copyright reasons, I'm not going to say that. So,
Darn.
yeah.
Darn.
I can tell you after the episode if you want. So I can tell you that then. Okay. So Thomas, would you like to tell everyone what the Thomas and Haley Show is and what we're all about?
It's where we talk about different things every Sunday. Yep.
It can go from anywhere from talking about relationships to
Anything.
just everyday things people do while being blind or visually impaired or anything else in between.
And I want to say this: if any of you have topics that you think that we should talk about, definitely leave your suggestions and ideas in the comments.
Please do, because both Thomas and I will be able to actually look at the comments. So whatever he'll see, he'll tell me, and whatever I see, I'll tell him. So yeah. Please let us know. Or if you have opinions of how we do things, if you like what we do, or if you think we should, switch things up, let us know that too.
And unlike the first time we did this, there will be nice music in these episodes for you all to enjoy. So yeah.
Yes, and shout out to our wonderful editor that we're gonna have.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. So today's topic is going to be about how to grow, expand, and improve your relationships up to wonderful levels such as engagements and getting married and being in love forever till the day you die.
Yep.
You like how I said that? So, and of course, babe, if you wanna chime in with stuff, you can. And actually, since you're the guest, if I will stress that out very clearly. What would you like to say? You're welcome. So what would you like to say?
First of all, one of the key points of a relationship, respect. And when I say respect, I mean like the boundaries. Like you said, like if your girlfriend wants to go out with her friends, never, go to a dance club, have a few drinks with her girlfriends. Don't force her to stay at home or have her be stuck under you all the time. Take that time yourself and let her have her fun too.
Exactly, because that works both ways.
Mm-hmm. Don't keep her from things that she wants to do.
Exactly.
And vice versa.
Oh no. Another thing with that is, have some trust in each other, because if you're all about looking at the person's phone, like when the other's not looking or if they're sleeping or whatever, or try to spy on them while they're out doing their thing, then you clearly have trusting issues and you don't need to be with the person.
Right. Yeah, you shouldn't be asking for passwords, Facebook passwords, Apple ID passwords. No. Absolutely not. If you have to go into your other half's Apple ID to check shit out, there's something wrong with you. Same thing with Facebook. If you feel like you have to, go in your other half's Facebook account or Messenger account to look at their messages and post on Facebook, there's something wrong with you. That means you're insecure. So yeah, trust. At least for me, I can only speak for myself. For me, trust and loyalty are two biggies for me.
Trust, loyalty, respect, and just, again, not only respecting your partner, but also respecting yourself. Because if you're doing all these things and making your partner feel bad, how's that gonna make you feel? You're probably gonna think that you're invincible, or going, yes, like, I'm the one that's in charge of this relationship. And it depends on how long it takes you for you to realize it. You're like, what the hell am I doing?
And if you're doing that type of stuff, let me tell you something right now. The relationship is not going to last.
Nope, not at all.
No.
Not as long as you want it to.
Nope. and of course, this is up to y'all if y'all want to do this, but I'm basically going to describe my experiences with the relationships which I've had in my quarter of a century lifetime. I'm 25, I'm proud of it. That's the joke for the day, folks. Quarter of a century. At this point, I'm not gonna name names because I don't really think that's fair. But with the first relationship that lasted for a year, 4 months, and 4 days, that one, it was great. He didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. It was just drama between a couple of other people that caused us for his parents to break us up. And to this day, we're actually friends still. So that's nice.
Yeah.
There's no like bad blood in between him and I. The second relationship I was in for, which again we're not saying names, despite how bad you two want to, for 4 years. 2 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. I felt like I was the one doing everything, and he wasn't trying. And I honestly just felt like I was more of his mom than his girlfriend, honestly.
Good Lord.
Even though we were the same age. So
how does that work?
He was acting more like a kid.
Oh.
That's all. And yeah, I just didn't appreciate it, and yeah, I chose to end it. I was hurt by it because I actually never broke up with anybody before, so that did hurt. But apparently, after a month and a half, I just decided to move on, and then on October 16th of 2021, that's when I got with Chris.
Yep.
And he has done 0 things to make me feel like unwanted or not happy or anything like that. He's basically done everything else that he should do, and if not, besides that, and then some. So, yeah, it just takes time for you to find the right person for you. So, babe, do you want to, of course, again, you don't gotta say names, but do you want to share, what you felt like, what you thought was going, well, and then, what turned out, what didn't go well in the relationships before you and I?
Lord. Why you gotta make me go back those years?
What, for memory time's sake?
Yeah, you making me feel old.
Yeah, he's not that old because he's with me, so yeah.
We gonna leave that alone.
Which, also, one more thing I want to say, which I think Thomas could agree, this is a very casual conversation platform, so whether if it's something relevant to the conversation or if it's just a side joke, that's basically what that is.
Yeah.
So go ahead, babe.
I mean, the relationship I had previous before this, I was with her for about 4.5 years, going on 5.
Oh wow.
Yep. And then no.
And you've been with that for 5 seconds. Oh God.
Shoot.
You good?
Just.
Oh God. All right, keep going.
It was good for the most part, but then when social media gets involved, sometimes that could be a bad thing.
Which, side note, that does not mean like get rid of all your social medias to be in a relationship. It does not mean that. I just want to put that out there too.
Nope.
Go ahead, Beth.
Basically, to me, basically what I'm saying is, be careful what you put on social media, because it could turn into a whole lot of mess.
A whole mess that you can't even get out of.
Once it's out there, it's out there.
Yep. The lovely internet.
Like they say, don't hit send.
Nope.
Once it's out there, it's out there.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Was there anything else you were gonna add to that?
And just be careful who you talk to too. Don't put everybody in your business.
Oh yeah. Even though that you have close friends or family or whoever, your relationship is your business, your partner's business, and y'all's business only. So if you want your family to know about it, then it's up to you to tell them. If you want your friends to know about it, it's up for you to tell them. If they're so desperate to be in your business with you and your partner, you gotta, stay on your ground, put the foot down, and say, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but my partner and I, we're adults, and we can handle ourselves, and it's just a 2-person relationship. It's not, it's not 3 ways.
Right.
So, well, okay. So, what about you, Thomas? Like, out of the ones you want to share, obviously, that's why I said the ones you want to share.
Well, I'm not gonna say names. I don't believe in name dropping.
Yeah.
But the last relationship I was in was the most toxic. Was the most toxic relationship I have been in yet, and it wasn't good. It definitely wasn't good. The person I was with loved to cause drama, loved to put me down, others down. Haley and Chris witnessed her toxicity for themselves, so they know how toxic she was to me. When we were together, I did everything I could to what's the right word here? I put in all the
to keep afloat.
I put in all the work. And,
Yeah.
She didn't put in any of the work, so yeah, it was very bad, and due to the way she is, we did break up quite a few times, and I put up with her crap for over a year, and finally I had enough, and I broke up with her for good back on June 15th of last year, and it was a very nasty breakup. After we broke up, she went around and caused a bunch of drama and got a lot of people involved and told lies about me, and she tried to turn people against me. Luckily that didn't work, and it was a mess. So yeah. Now when we first started dating, things were good. For the first couple weeks things were good, and then a couple weeks after we started dating, I started realizing her true colors. In fact, the first time we broke up, Haley and Chris urged me not to give her another chance, or because they knew how she was treating me, and I remember you guys were like, don't do it, don't get back together with her, and of course I was an idiot, and no, I did, I gave her many chances, but
No, it's just called young love. That's all.
And I'm sure you guys remember that particular FaceTime call where she said, what was she saying? Remember we were, you and I and Chris and her were on a FaceTime call one time, and she was saying I'm gonna get him back, or no one can have him but me or something. Remember that call?
Something on those lines.
Yeah, definitely remember that.
Something on those lines, which that little scenario of a case is a definition of controlling. When someone says like, I'm gonna have them like no matter what, I'm gonna get them one way or another.
Yeah.
That's the signs of controlling, and no one deserves to be controlled, no matter what, like no matter what gender, age, ethnicity, or anything else that you are. No one deserves to be controlled.
No. And I gave it a lot of thought before I broke up with her for good. I gave it a lot of thought. I'm not one to just do something impulsively. If I do something, especially if it's going to be life changing, I give it a lot of thought. So I didn't talk to anybody about it, but I gave it a lot of thought, and I decided, you know what, I have to do this. I can't do this anymore, and so I broke up with her for good back on June 15th, and that was that. Back on June 15th of last year. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, and it was the worst breakup that I've been through yet. So yeah,
Hey,
there you have it.
Well,
but see, the thing is, Thomas, what did you learn from it?
From the relationship or from the breakup?
both.
Well, from the relationship, I learned that sometimes maybe don't be so nice to people because people have told me I am too nice.
Well, I would say a different way besides being too nice, like not being. Besides not being too nice, also like you need to be real with some people sometimes. Sometimes you gotta say what the other person doesn't want to hear because that's what they need to hear. So.
Yeah.
In other words, you can't sugarcoat stuff.
Yeah. Yep. So the breakup, after I broke up with her for good, I did a lot of reflecting on, the relationship and what she did, and yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Has anything from that was a 6. Side note for that too. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I have this strange talent of doing strong burps. So whenever Thomas, Chris, or myself would do one, we would just rate each other from 1 to 10. Like if 10 meaning very, very good, or 1 meaning it was weak as hell, or if it was stronger than that, going that's like a damn 25 or something like that. So that's what that is. That has nothing to do with that has nothing to do with the concept. But I just wanted to be
put that out there.
Yeah. So if someone's like, wait, why did she say that? That's the reason.
Now I will say, as far as relationships go, I'd say the best relationship that I had so far was when I dated Megan, because she's nothing like the other person. Megan's completely the complete opposite. When her and I were together, we had fun. We never fought, we never argued, we as a couple. Yeah, we had spats and disagreements with other people, but we never argued as a couple. And we had a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed, we dated 6 times, but when we were together, I will say I did enjoy dating her a lot. I did. Yep. I did. Yep. But the other person, who's going to remain nameless, she's the complete opposite of Megan. She was always bitchy, always gave me an attitude, the complete opposite. As you know.
Yeah.
It was just, guys, it was just my last relationship, to sum it all up, was a very toxic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another thing. You gotta keep toxic stuff out of relationships too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also, guys, here's something that you shouldn't do. If you're having problems in your relationship, don't go to other people. figure it out amongst yourselves. If you know, it's not your relationship is not anyone else's business. When me and in my last relationships, when her and I would have problems, she would go to other people instead of um instead of us talking about it. Don't do that. If you're having, if the two of you are having problems or a disagreement, don't go to other people about it. Figure it out amongst yourselves. Talk it out. Because again, your relationship is no one else's business. It's your business, and it's the other person's business. So I did want to say that.
Okay. The only exception to that statement, which is that is so true, but the only exception to that statement is if you tried your damnedest to talk to the person and they just clearly won't listen to you, or they don't want to speak to you no matter how hard you try. At your last resort, then talk to somebody going like this is what I tried to do and it's not working. What do I do?
Yeah.
And of course, you could take the person's advice, or you don't have to, and then make your own choice. But that's the only time you probably should consider doing that is if that's your very, very, very last resort.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Now. Go ahead.
And if any of you were wondering, well, are you over the breakup? Yes, I am over the breakup. It's I thought it would take me a lot. I thought it was going to take me a lot longer to get over it because we were together for over a year. But yes, I am over it. In case you Pueburinos were wondering, yes, I am over the breakup. It only took me a few months to get over it.
It only took me a month and a half to get over my second one before I got with Chris. So
let's see, June, July, August, September, October. I was over it. I was over the breakup back in November.
So 5 months.
Yeah, it took me 5 months to get over it. But yeah, guys, in case anybody was wondering, well, are you over the breakup? Yes, I'm over the breakup.
The last piece we want to talk to you all lovely people about is basically how to, expand and grow your relationship to a level that you basically want it to be at. Because previously we were telling you the do's and don'ts of a relationship, period. So Thomas, do you want to tell them what the example we're going to use is?
What?
Okay.
What was it?
Lol. About us.
You why don't you do it?
I literally told him this before we started recording, and he does not remember. That's kind of funny. Babe, since I've done most of the describing things, do you wanna say?
Hell.
Yes, and I'm co-host A or B, so that makes sense. So you can go ahead.
Let's see. Yep. Me and Haley been together 3 years. Got engaged in December. If you want to get to that point, you gotta keep going with all the advice we told you earlier. Especially the respecting boundaries. You cannot invade your partner's privacy.
Nope. Because if you do, it'll never work. The relationship will never work.
Oh no.
Nope.
No. Some of the things which Chris can, correct me otherwise if I'm off base somehow. But some of the,
You off base? Really?
I don't do home runs all the time, babe. That's another side joke. Some of the things that Chris and I have done to make our relationship work as long as it has been is, well, one, we don't argue. 2, we're too busy picking at each other to even argue about anything. And I honestly believe that's been
Nice.
excuse me. Wow. Part of the part of the reason of why we've been together for as long as we have. Because, like, from what you have been aware of Thomas, and from what you could see, babe, like, what would you guys say has been, like, working the best with me and Chris? Based on the stuff that you know, Thomas. From stuff that you, like, observed with me and Chris, like, wow, they're so happy, they respect each other very well, like, what?
Yeah, that's... yeah, that is true.
Go ahead, Bill.
My question is, why do both of y'all think that that's hard for people to do? Respect people about
At least, are we talking about, like, the other person within the relationship, or are we talking about outsiders?
in a relationship.
Oh, okay. So, like, one partner, like, with the other?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like, you want to go, Thomas? Go ahead.
The first thing that pops in my mind is because some people, because unfortunately some people just like to control. In the relationship.
They like to control. They don't, for some reason, they don't trust the person. Which, like we said earlier, if you don't trust the person, you shouldn't be with them. Like, and if there's something that you think that's off about the person that you're with, like we mentioned, talk to them. Don't look for their phone. Don't try to find evidence of them, do something behind your back. No, that just means you don't trust your own gut instinct, and you don't trust them.
Yep.
So the key elements that we have spoke to all of you about improving your relationship, like Chris and I has been since the beginning, is respect, trust, and
Loyalty.
what else, y'all?
And
Trust, respect,
Loyalty.
honoring each other in general.
honoring each other, loyalty, boundaries, like all those good things.
Yeah.
It all helps. Like, it's like you're not punishing the other person, or by any means, or at least you shouldn't be. Just talk it out. But most importantly, besides talking to each other, listen to each other. Like, if someone's speaking, make sure you listen to them. Try to have good eye contact with them to make sure, like, they know that you even care the slightest of what they have to say. And the same in return. Like, if they do the same thing, like you did for them, they'll do the same thing for you.
Yeah.
And to go along with it, do y'all think that it's okay for men to have female friends or women to have male friends?
Yes, as long as the female and the male tell their female friends female friends, or in the girl's case, or in the woman's case, male friends, hey, I have a boyfriend now. I just want to let you know I have a boyfriend now, or I have a girlfriend now. So please, don't call me any terms of endearment, or don't flirt with me. I have to set that boundary, in my opinion.
Again, my answer would be yes. That it's totally fine for a woman to have female friends and a guy to have guy friends. Just make sure that you have some consideration for your partner. Like, just like let them know, like, right beforehand, like, hey, I'm gonna be fine. I'll let you know, like, when I'm on the way home, or something. Just that way they don't think something bad has happened to you, or not even like the shitty stuff, but just like things that you don't expect to happen, but it might happen or whatever. And that's the same thing with, like, family and friends. Like, they say, like, just let us know that you got home safe. Or like when you get to, from point A to point B. Those kind of things. So, and that's also not controlling either. It's just, like, courtesy. They just, and they care. Like, they just want to make sure, like, you get there in one piece. But yes, if a woman can have female friends, and a guy can have guy friends. Now,
What about friends of the opposite sex?
that shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter either. Like, now if the person in the relationship is, like, if the guy is, angry that if their girlfriend, partner, whatever they call them as, has a guy friend, then they have a jealousy problem. Same thing with the other way around. If the girlfriend has, a problem with their man's or partner's, friend being a woman, then they clearly have a jealousy problem.
Right.
So I think that's another thing that people need to talk about. Like, hey, are you okay with me having, these kind of friends? Because we've been friends for a long time, and I don't want to leave them behind because I'm in a relationship with you. Right. Now, of course, if they don't appreciate that or respect that, then you don't need to be with them either. So yeah. Is there anything else y'all two want to say?
Well, I just want to I just want to say this real quick. If I just want to touch on since we were talking about breakups, I just want to touch on breakups for a second. If you're going through a breakup, it's important that you find positive distractions. So maybe that's reading books, maybe that's spending time with your family and your friends. It is important to find things that are going to distract you and occupy your mind from from thinking about the breakup. So I did want to say that it is important to find positive distractions when you're going through a breakup. Like when I broke up with, I almost said her name. My bad. Good thing I didn't. When I broke up with the last person I dated for good back on June 15th of last year, I immediately went back to reading contemporary romance audiobooks. So that was my positive distraction. Of course, at that time I was spending time with family and friends, but I'm just saying, try to find things that you enjoy doing to take your mind off of the breakup.
The another coping method that you can use, at least this is what I did, whether if I was going through a breakup or not, I love to write songs. I write love songs, breakup songs, or anything in between, whatever it could be about.
Yeah.
Which by the way, speaking of breakup songs, I have my very first song that I wrote, not my very first song, because I wrote plenty before that, is actually on my YouTube. The video is literally called Why by Talented HB, and no, it's not about me, but it was inspired by the second breakup that I dealt with. So it's actually not strictly about a person specifically, but that was what inspired me to write the song in the first place. Yeah. So if you want to check that out, please do, because I was really proud of it.
And if you guys, again, if you guys want, if you guys have any ideas or anything that that maybe you guys would want us to cover or talk about as a topic, definitely leave your suggestions and ideas in the comments. So yeah.
Please like, subscribe,
yep.
Do your lines. That's where this is gonna be.
Yep.
Share and turn on all the notifications so you can get the notifications of these episodes, which we will try to do every Sunday by 2 p.m.
Yep.
I say try because it didn't happen at 2 p.m. today. But that's what we will try to do, but they'll definitely be on Sundays.
Yep.
And yeah, please take care of yourselves, stay safe, and as I say at the end of my videos, remember, everyone has a talent. Any type of skill is a talent.
Yep.
Final words, babe?
Keep your eye on the prize and maintain your sense of self. Don't never lose who you are.
All right.
Final thoughts, Thomas?
Well, I want to thank you all for watching, and please subscribe to my channel, Doing Everything Blind. Y'all take care.
This is the Thomas and Haley Show. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Well, guys, thanks for watching the Thomas and Haley Show. We sure hope you have enjoyed it.
Please like, comment, share, and turn on all notifications for Doing Everything Blind so you will not miss any episodes of the Thomas and Haley Show. And we'll see y'all next time.